Hey everybody, today we'll have a chat with Keith Kovach. We'll see some prototype armor and a 3D rendering of the Tidebreaker. We'll also take a look at a 3D rendering of the Ochre Dragon, which appeared in the cosmetic shop in January 2019.
Salutations, glorious Ashes of Creation community. Today we are doing our development update as we do every month, and we're so excited to have you all join us. Welcome everyone, and today we have a whole bunch of new people to show off some really cool things about with our team. Steven's looking at all of them, they're all waiting patiently. But first we'll kind of introduce ourselves. I'm Margaret Crone, I'm your community and marketing lead here, and with me as always is...
I am Steven Sharif, I'm the creative director.
Yeah.
On Ashes.
We're
Starting strong! Sorry.
Are you the creative director? I don't know.
am indeed.
I am Jeffrey Bard. I am the lead designer. Good seeing you guys.
Yeah.
Hello,
so
friends.
today, just to kind of give you what we're going to go over, if you're new to our stream and you haven't watched these before, we are going to have people from our team joining us. We have a development update from our engineering team. Our engineering team actually has a video for you all this time.
Yeah.
Design, character art, and environment art. So we kind of have the whole slew of the crew. And then we also gathered questions from the community. And our international team as well has submitted some questions. So... we have some quick updates. We'll go through those really, really fast, and then we'll move forward with all of our development stuff, because that's what y'all want to see.
And you have seen this gentleman before.
He's just chilling back there.
He was on one of our panels at PAX.
I was.
Welcome, Keith.
Yeah, Keith.
Hello, community.
So for those out there who maybe haven't seen the panel before, tell us a little bit about who you are, your history, and what you do on our team.
Well, I'm a senior character artist here.
Yay.
And I've pretty much been a character artist probably since like 3rd grade.
Nice.
You know, when
What was your first character?
everybody was making like ashtrays or like cups.
Ashtrays.
Graders making
Well, yeah, for like Father's Day gifts or whatever.
That's like my father's a chain smoker,
Yeah.
so am
So,
I.
well, hey, I'm old. That's what we used to make. I wouldn't make
Can
that.
you
I would
imagine
make,
if
I would
kids
make
were
like a
making
creature.
ashtrays
I'm
in
sure
school
they do
now?
somewhere in the world.
Back in the day.
I
they
meant
used
like,
to.
yeah.
Or like say like a
Oh my
cup for
God.
mom or something, or a vase.
It's like a whole nother thing.
I would
Steve.
make deformed creatures, you know. And most of them would blow up in the kiln because I didn't really know about aerodynamics
yeah,
and stuff.
like-
But whatever, you know.
Yeah, it happens.
So started.
You live, you
That's
learn.
fun.
Yeah.
And you were like one of the first employees.
Literally the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, employee number 1.
Employee number one.
What?
Yes.
So you've been
Yeah.
here for a
Patient
long
zero.
Yeah, patience. Yes.
It's been exciting.
I started with no computers.
Yes, there were no
A
computers.
Were you
There was
just
literally
drawing?
just a desk.
No, I just sat here.
I walked by and I'm like, how's it going today, Keith? He's like, it's fine, sir.
It's going good.
Oh, goodness
The
gracious.
computers came quick, so.
Yeah.
Well, tell us a little bit about what the character team has been up to.
So, I mean, everyone will be happy to know that, like, pretty much all we do is MMO stuff. Like, just MMO. We're, like, full charging along. Jinsey and Carson are going through that promise board that we have, so everyone's seeing a lot of those updates. And me personally and Chris are really focusing on all the races, finalizing them and getting, like, the different...
We're not going to show those off today.
I know, we're not showing
You're
races.
teasing people,
Sorry.
but we have big plans with those. We want to make a big deal out of each
Well,
of
you have
those.
to make a big splash with
Yeah.
the races, and so, but like, it's more on the technical end side of the way the armors are going to appear on the races, the racial differences between the armor sets when you put them on, how they scale accordingly to fit on, you know, if you're a fat person or a thin person, the way the, you know, all that stuff. So it's all a lot of technical stuff. So we really can't show a lot of that stuff,
Yeah.
but you know.
Yeah.
We're getting
Yeah, we have a lot of great sets that are coming. I mean, we've shared with you guys over the past few months, you know, some of the sets as they come out, and you know, I think the great thing about what the character team is doing is there's a wide variety of influences when it comes to the different designs of these armor sets, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, you'll be able to kind of pick and choose what type of appearances you want to have. You know, do you want to be the super traditional medieval type of knight dude, or do you want to be the more, you know, asymmetrical, maybe Eastern influence kind of robe guy, you know,
Yeah.
or gal. You know, so I think you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised when you see just the diversity that's among a lot of the character assets.
Yeah.
And eventually we'll be able to show them.
Yes, that is right.
So we
And
do
will
have
soon.
some- we do have
Okay,
some
I'll take a
assets.
little bit of the blame for that. I'm sorry. They did want to show some stuff today, and I did not approve it. So,
Well, we are we are showing some of it.
Yes, we're showing
Steven
some.
still may not be that happy with all of it, but
oh yeah.
see, Steven's not happy with this one. It's still in progress, but we're working on it. I think what Keith you do a lot of times too is you'll just take it as like an inspiration to drive like what you're creating, right?
Especially with like these pieces, because Jeff's really only given maybe a half a day to bang these out real quick to get like an example of the way it will transfer from one race to the other.
Right,
So,
and these are very production-oriented
Very
concepts as well.
production-oriented, yes.
So, you guys are used to probably seeing, beautiful concepts of, in a setting, an illustration, and stuff like that. That's more like, idea. This is way more production-oriented, so
It's
that
quick
the modelers
aspects, yeah.
have a reference they can utilize. Actually.
Yeah, and we asked him to do all the races. Like, here's one armor set. Hey, make it for every race now. Like how it would transfer over, and he did a really good job, real quick. Like banged it out. So we were able to produce all those pieces for all the races.
Yeah, absolutely. What else? We had
we got some more
we have
stuff.
some creatures.
Yeah. So you did see this work in progress, and now you're seeing it with more texture, and it has a little
saddle.
seat, a little saddle,
Bamboo.
and he's got
That's
little armor
Carson.
on. It's so cute.
Yeah, Carson modeled this. He did a really
This was
good
his
job.
second creature that he ever made.
Yeah.
He's normally our weapon artist, but he's been pumping out some animals because we need to fill up the world with awesome stuff too in the MMO.
Absolutely.
I love this saddle because it has like the little bamboo sticks on it. It feels really, what do you call it? Like natural.
I think it's getting an animation pass.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't wait to see the animal.
Yeah. I want it to flip over in the water and you're on its belly.
So here you're seeing one of the first ever modeled dragons in Ashes. Jincy's working on this.
Yeah.
And she's done a great job with the model. But yes, the answer is we do have real dragons, meaning four-legged dragons.
Yes, that's an actual dragon.
That is an
and the
actual
wings are
dragon. That's right. And as you guys know, in the MMO, you'll be able to fly this thing if you're a guild leader of one of the castles owned in the game, or if you're a mayor of a metropolis. These will also come, as we've kind of discussed in the past, little wormlings that you can grant to officers if you're a castle owner, and they can fly around too. But this one in particular is the Ochre Legion dragon?
I'm not good with names.
I think it's the Ochre Legion dragon, which I think was like a year and a half ago or something. We released the concepts for, so you guys can actually see this get modeled. Wow, this is
Yeah.
Yeah,
From
speed
start to
sculpting
finish.
is fun.
Yeah, and there's also like the final texture of it. It looks so cool. But yeah, a lot goes into all these like little pieces. I think whenever we showed the Fellbeak, I think that was one of the first ones where we showed really the process of it. Jincy's been amazing, and I love her for recording it for me. Keith, when are we gonna get some recording?
I have a recording. I'm not allowed to show
Oh
it.
yeah.
Oh no! No, Keith, you're throwing me shade.
Because that's of the
We're
race,
saving
the race
it.
stuff,
We're saving
right?
it.
Yeah,
It's a
that's-
lot of the
yeah.
race stuff.
Yeah, so I think like just being able to watch this process, a lot of people just didn't realize like
She's
how much
performing
goes into
dentistry
every.
right
Yes.
Yeah, just this bring back memories, Steven.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Actually, you know what? It doesn't, because I was totally out. No, I'm
Oh, okay.
And Jincy's really fast, so
Oh, no, that's the best part. Oh,
Well, now you can't start.
No,
Can
what
you not
have
go
you
fast?
done?
Yeah, the last part is the best part because it shows off like the texture.
It's okay. We'll run it on the.
We'll run it in the
and
background.
we'll show it in a little bit.
just
Yeah.
character artists like people that want to be character artists don't get intimidated by the speed at which Jincy works, because she's
She's
really
a
fast.
beast.
Yeah, so
She's like apologizing. She's like, "Oh, I'm sorry." I'm like, "What, girl? Calm down."
Can we skip to the end of this?
I don't think it can.
Oh, sad.
I know. We can blame Ian. Hashtag blame Ian in chat.
Oh, no.
Just spam it. I want to see it. He's looking at the chat. He's the only one who can see the chat. Like we can kind of, but on a little tiny screen.
we can save it for later. We can always show them that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll definitely share some. I know that once that's done, we're going to be posting an article that has like all of the beautiful screenshots of it in game. I know they're working on a saddle for it too. So
Saddles.
The
The thing
saddle's
that Jincy-
done in this one.
I
Yeah.
think Jincy's already moved on to another.
Yeah, she's on the. I can't say yet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So,
She was definitely, I think the thing for her was when she was creating this going like, oh, well, where does the person sit when they're riding this, right? Like,
yeah, she brought me
really thinking about
upstairs and she was like, I want you to take a look at these different sizes. And we, I was like, that's good for the wormling, but let's make it, pretty big. But obviously, as you guys know, I mean, in an MMORPG, we have standards for different sizes of mounts so that accessibility when it comes to buildings and or places you want that mount to go or not go has to align. So this guy's not as big as we may want. He's still good size, but
yeah, I mean, again, there'll be a ton of dragons.
Yes,
and
exactly.
A ton of different ways.
This is an adolescent dragon. Maybe wormling. But I would say he's an adolescent dragon, not the ancient or adult dragon.
Huge, yeah.
Right. Those are the raid bosses.
yeah, for sure.
Which I think those are going to be really fun for you all to create. Like, do you all enjoy creating like these crazy monsters? I think you said when you were a kid you drew monsters.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, that was like the first thing I did when I got here was I created the like the twisted little rabbits that run around
they're creepy,
and the flangler.
There we go. All right.
Oh, nice.
All right.
So this is the final model that has been handed off to
Look at that
animation.
And on the scale
And
texture.
you can see the detail on the dragon. And just the saddle. It's
I just
pretty.
love the texture. There you go. Get some.
I'm gonna tell you one thing about this dragon. It's not gonna get caught off guard by a fleet of ships.
You don't think so?
Will not.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say what that's about for those who didn't see it. But it's not gonna be flying along one day high in the sky saying, I can't see that fleet of things.
I was so mad.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Keith.
We're going to bring back our Jeffrey. So thank you so much for joining us today. We'll see you guys next month for another Ashes of Creation live stream.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Dang, Carson and Jinsey are knocking it out of the ballpark. Did you see those things? I bet now you regret making fun of the cosmetic shop, don't you? Well, that's the last interview in the Twitchcast. The next portion is the question and answer session. If you liked the show, and I hope you did, hit the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching.